Hey there, Dragon Riders! What's the best way to start a new adventure? And for that matter, how important is it to have a good start? Stick around because I've got some insight that just might change the way you approach your adventure design. Hi everyone, I'm Heavy J and I've been a DM for nearly 40 years now. Today I'm exploring the question, how can I add dynamic openings to my adventure design? Today on Fat Dragon Adventure. When gearing up for our regular D&D session, it's easy to overlook the key elements that carry more weight than we realize, the start of the game. A robust beginning not only draws all the players into the narrative, but it also blurs the boundaries between reality and fantasy. We attempt to seamlessly connect our real lives to the imaginary world we've collectively constructed at the table. Conversely, a weak start leaves everyone confused, shaking our confidence as a DM that can be noticed by our players. Now, while hopefully our players aren't overly critical, a lackluster start makes it challenging for them to fully immerse themselves in the realm of the place that we've crafted. Crafting a compelling start is no walk in the park. Unlike the flexibility we enjoy during the game, the initial scene demands thoughtful preparation. While we don't need an extensive plan, having a solid idea or focus of how things will kick off, I think is essential. To give you an example, I usually start my campaigns with a grinder session. The last one I did, the character started naked and in a cage, being held in the slaughterhouse of a vampire. While this started off chaotic, an hour later, they were united as a team with a common goal and a trauma bond for life. One of the most powerful storytelling devices is a concept called the cold opening. Borrowed from movies and TV shows, it's the captivating scene before the opening credit rolls, diving straight into the story without any hesitation. Consider your campaign's opening like a cold opening. What hooks your players right into the action? Is it witnessing a murder, maybe facing hostile villagers who mistake them for someone else, or receiving a powerful magic item from a stranger that suddenly disappears? The key is to add elements that put them right into the start. Surprisingly, you don't need more than a short paragraph to prepare for a pivotal starting scene. Identify the triggers that launch your players right into the thick of things. Feel free to add a bit more detail for personal satisfaction, but always prioritize the spontaneous and the intriguing natures of the player's actions. Be willing to trash your prepared ideas if the game takes an unexpected yet fascinating turn. Your players might just lead to a cooler narrative. More often than not, my players say things or do things that are more creative than what I've had planned. And that is awesome. I just can't say enough about flexibility. That is the key to running a good game. Now let's start with 2 easy ways to enhance your game's kickoff. Number 1, start with a battle. Despite D&D's evolving focus on role-playing and exploration, combat remains a well-loved component of the game. Initiating with a fight not only immerses everybody, but also allows you to seed secrets and clues for the upcoming adventure. This is an example of how I started a one-shot I designed for my group. I began with this narrative: a blasted wasteland, a desolated barren terrain that reflects the ongoing chaos and destruction that must go on here. The air is thick with ash and the stench of sulfur. There are huge furnaces scattered about. Demons in the distance feeding these furnaces with the damned. They see you and they charge. What do you do? Now that is a powerful descriptive image that kicks off with combat. For those crafting one-shots or running published adventures, number 2 comes in handy. End before a big battle. Concluding a session just before a major battle creates the suspense and anticipation. Your players know they're diving straight into the heart of the action next time they show up at your table. This makes for an enticing setup. What was it that P.T. Barnum always used to say? Always leave them wanting more? Here are my final thoughts, Dragon Riders. However you choose to prepare your adventure, investing time in a compelling start is non-negotiable. It's the secret sauce that makes the most significant impact, setting the stage for an unforgettable journey through the realms of Dungeons & Dragons. So, Dungeon Masters, take the time to build a strong start. It's the secret sauce for an epic adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss one of our episodes. Please share your most epic RPG campaign kickoff in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you begin your campaigns. Until next time, ride that fat dragon.